Hey there, it's Hannah. Thank you so much for being here. Today I just wanted to give a brief little update about the 2 weeks that I've been doing a strict carnivore diet. Strict as in no seasonings, no pepper, just salt as my seasoning, heavy beef, and last week I decided to include eggs because I was having trouble getting satiated off of the amount of meat that I was having, and eggs have really improved my satiation and overall well-being as well. I haven't noticed any sort of symptoms that seem to be related to eggs. I'm going to be totally honest, I am having some issues. One thing I'm struggling with is electrolytes. And in terms of electrolytes, I have been chugging salt to the point where it leaves me thirsty after having it. I've been trying to get as much salt as I can, and it's gotten to a point where I'm like, do I really need that much salt? Because it's a lot. You know, I already put plenty on my food, and now having to have it extra in some water, it's feeling kind of a little ridiculous to me, and it hasn't helped. I mean, I'm still having problems with my muscles and just electrolyte balance overall. I've been trying to get as much salt as possible, adding it into my water, having a more concentrated salt water, and I've not seen much of a difference. I don't have access to any sort of electrolyte sugar-free drinks or anything here, and even the sugary electrolyte drinks they have are not very good levels of electrolytes anyway, so they wouldn't make much of a difference. Needless to say, I'm making a lot of mistakes, which is definitely a learning opportunity for me, and hopefully in the future a teaching opportunity so that I can help people navigate this way of eating. You know, any mistake is a good lesson and can teach you what not to do, what to avoid, or how to do it differently. So I'm definitely experimenting with how to make this work, how to feel better, and so obviously I'm going to keep pushing through. I'm really going to meet my goal and make it to the end of the month because I really want to see the results and changes that come from that. The past 2 nights I've been having trouble sleeping. I've had some muscle cramping. Part of the reasons I couldn't sleep the past 2 nights is my legs were very tight and achy, and I've been struggling to get it to balance out. I know that's definitely an electrolyte issue, and also something electrolytes can affect is your bowel movements. So I have noticed that I am not going to the bathroom very much. A few days ago I was constipated and I felt that pain of constipation, and I had to take a little senna to help me clear that up, and I have not had a bowel movement since then. And I'm not feeling totally constipated right now, but I have been having the urge to go to the bathroom and then nothing comes out. I'm getting constipated again, I can tell. Another thing that can affect that is fats, which I have been trying to up my fats. I've been having a very hard time doing that. It's been making me feel sick. I've been having cold butter alongside my meals to help me get that fat in a really, dense way, and that has been really making me not feel that great. I'm really trying. I'm having a hard time. I feel like I've just been making a lot of mistakes on this journey, so bear with me here. I am experimenting with things to see what is going to work and what isn't. Another thing I've been thinking about and noticing in terms of my overall well-being and energy levels, bowel movements, sleep, like everything I've noticed was better when I was eating dirty carnivore. Now, dirty carnivore means that I was having dairy, coffee, occasional flavored coffee drinks if we were out at a shop, occasional fruit, onions and garlic, seasonings of course, occasional condiments. Most of the time I'll just be having mustard, which most people are fine with. Sometimes I would have sriracha mayo with my sashimi. It's just really delicious, but I don't make that. I don't have that a whole lot. It's really just if we have sashimi, and I'm trying not to have fish more than once a week or so. And also, just a disclaimer, since we are in Japan, eating out is like almost entirely impossible to be carnivore eating out in Japan. I don't want to say completely because we are very limited in what we have access to in the town that we live in. So when we travel or go somewhere, I don't always have a good option. Any of the places that are the most carnivore friendly are also the most expensive. And even then, you can't guarantee things aren't going to be marinated in soy. In terms of modifying orders, that doesn't exist here. That is totally a foreign concept in Japan. You get what you get how it is on the menu. There is no making a change to your order. If there's something you don't like in it, order something else. That is kind of the mindset. So it's not like I can just go order a burger without the bun. It's gonna come fully decked out. And also in terms of meat, they do not give very big servings at all. It is very hard to find a place that serves a decent amount of meat. So when we travel or go somewhere, we try to eat meat heavy. I don't worry about it because I know that, you know, we're here to enjoy Japan, and as a foodie there are some things I want to try, and it doesn't get out of control for me because I really do prefer eating low carb, and if I have an option for something that is lower carb, I will take that. You know, I want to enjoy my time here. I'm not going to live here forever, and it's not out of control for me. I know some people can't handle having anything off plan because that will just cause them to spiral and just eat all the things and gain a bunch of weight. For me, I really do feel my best eating low carb, and so I focus more on what I'm eating every day, what is the bulk of my diet, and having heavy meat every single day rather than worrying about if I occasionally can't eat on plan. I really don't worry about it. But we haven't gone out at all this month. That's why I really wanted to go strict, because I wanted to see how much of a change there might be in my digestion. So far, I haven't seen any change, so I'm really gonna play around and see if there's any way I can fix that. But I'm really just, I don't know. I'm not seeing much of a change. I will say though, in this small town that we live in, not being able to go anywhere has definitely dampened our routine and made this all seem that much more mundane. So that's another thing, is I'm feeling, it just feels so mundane. I'm not getting excited about food anymore, and some things I'm excited to eat and then it's whatever, but just having salt after a while, it's just so plain, and I'm not someone who does very well with that. I like having a bit more going on in what I'm eating, and especially since I'm into cooking, I like putting all sorts of things in my food, experimenting with flavor, and just optimizing everything that I can with flavor. So I am having a bit of a hard time with salt only. And of course, I really love having dairy. I think a lot of my weight loss has been from not having dairy, so I see the benefits of not having it, but it didn't seem to be impairing my digestion at all. I actually was having better bowel movements when I had a bit more variety going on in my everyday diet. And the experience that I've been having with this diet has actually made me feel like I might lean more towards ketovore or heavy meat keto after coming out of this, and including just a little bit extra I've been doing good without coffee, although I haven't noticed any benefits of not having the coffee. My energy levels haven't changed in terms of feeling like I have more, or I almost feel like I have less energy, and part of that's probably fat or electrolytes. Everything I've looked up, those seem to be the thing. I'm having a hard time upping them. My husband actually wants me to eat some fruit. I really want to make it the rest of the month without having anything like that, but I'm thinking if I'm not seeing any improvement in these issues in the next few days, I might have some lemon in my water or a little bit of apple cider vinegar. You know, some people just really thrive being strict, and for some reason my body's not reacting well to it. At first I thought maybe it's just cleansing or detoxing and getting adjusted to this new way, but the problems I keep having are just stacking up, and I feel like this just isn't the best for me. So I'm going to try to push through the rest of the month and see what kind of results I have and give an update about the changes that I've noticed. But it's definitely not something I want to do long term. It hasn't felt the best for me. A lot of people have talked about how good it feels, and I just have not had that experience, given I have also made a lot of mistakes. So I'm going to experiment, try a few different things, see if I see any improvement, and let you know what changes for me, if at all, pretty much. And I'm really hoping my digestion will improve, because that's the main thing that I'm really trying to fix, is my digestion. It has been so bad. So I really hope that I can fix that. That's the plan. You know, I'm having a hard time getting everything that I need. I even tried having salt by itself and it gave me heartburn. So I just don't even know anymore at all. Although in the past few days, having cold butter, I've not had heartburn for the past few days, so that has felt better, reducing the rendered fats. And so I will say that. I'm sorry, I really didn't make this video to complain, but I have not been having the best time this month. I have been struggling a little bit and trying to stay strong and keep going, because I really wanted to challenge myself and see if I notice any difference. And so that's what I'm focused on. And I'm going to be honest, if I have anything that I'm not supposed to, or if something happens and I need to make a change, I will definitely let you know. I want to be as transparent as possible. In terms of being more restricted, I don't see this being sustainable for me long term. I'm doing this more as a challenge to see if it improves my digestion and helps me, you know, drop a few pounds. I will say I have lost some weight, but my digestion has not changed yet. So that's another thing that I'm paying attention to. I'm really trying to up the fats. It is really hard. I am struggling. It is really hard. That's where I'm at right now. I miss my coffee. I'm gonna say that. I haven't noticed any benefits without the coffee, and I really, really miss it. It was something different to have other than water. I'm someone who gets very bored just having water. I have a hard time just drinking water, and I love my coffee. Having it in the morning, sometimes having some in the afternoon. I really love it. And honestly, if anything, it might have made my bowel movements worse, because before at least it would help me get stuff moving along. So I'm just, you know, I went through the process of quitting coffee, which I will discuss in a future video. But I'm definitely planning to have coffee in my life when I'm done with this. That is for sure. I don't feel like there's anything about it that's inherently bad that would give me a reason not to have it, and it brings a little bit, just a little bit of extra joy into my life. So I'm going to do that. I'm not going to apologize for it. I know there's the separation of the people who do coffee and don't do coffee. I don't care. I think everyone should just do what feels best for them. Part of why I did this strict protocol is so that I can find what's best for me, so I can eliminate, reintroduce, and see what things affect me in a bad way and what things are okay. Because that's what this is all about in the end, is just finding what works best for our body. So that's what I'm focusing on. And I hope that you can be encouraged along on your health journey as well. Follow me along and see the mistakes that I make, what I learn from them, how I learn to fix them, and the changes that I decide to make along the way. And I will be here to encourage any of you as well on your health journey, because we are all in this together to reclaim our health that's been taken away from us with the current food system and with the current misinformation around food and how it has affected so many people. We are all here to reclaim our health in whatever way feels best for us, and no judgment in this zone. So I am going to be someone who's a lot more relaxed with my carnivore when I'm done with this month, and I do not judge whether you are more strict or more relaxed. That is up to you, whatever feels best to you, because what matters is that you're making sure that you're taking care of your body and doing what feels good rather than damaging your body. And it all looks different for all of us. So I just wanted to put that out there. Thank you so much for watching to the end. That is my little update about where I am right now and what I've been thinking about. If you can relate, let me know down below in the comments, or if you found this interesting or insightful, go ahead, let me know. Give me a little bit of like, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.